Well, the Commission for Air Quality Management has mandated the implementation of Stage 2 of the GRAP Delhi NCR with the increasing pollution level in the region. This measure comes as pollution levels in the region have escalated, particularly during the winter months when smog blankets the city. GRAP 2 is part of a broader strategy which is aimed at preventing further degradation of the air quality, and it also includes a series of stringent measures targeting pollution from various sources. Now, under this, that is Stage 2 of GRAP, significant restrictions are placed on the construction and demolition activities. The industrial sector is also affected by these measures, with industries, especially those relying on combustion processes, required to switch to cleaner fuels. The use of coal and firewood in commercial settings, including hotels and restaurants, is prohibited. Vehicular pollution is another major concern under GRAP 2. We have Mohit and Akanksha joining us in the broadcast with more details. Mohit, the air quality is worsening. GRAP 2 now implemented.
Well, yes, in fact, Swati, the GRAP 2 recommendations are being implemented and they come into force today from 8 a.m. Now, we know for a fact that how the air quality in Delhi NCR had dipped down to very severe category, and today morning itself in many parts of Delhi, the air quality index has gone down to around 400, which is in very, very serious situation. Now, given the fact that how the experts have clearly stated that if these severe and very severe, very poor category of air quality persists in Delhi, it could cause serious harm to the health of people of Delhi NCR. But look at the situation over here, Swati. Now, right now we are reporting from Kartavya Path, and if on a normal day, Swati, if we come over here, we can easily see India Gate from this particular point, which is just few meters away. But as of now, you can see that how a thick layer of smog has engulfed the whole area, and India Gate is barely seen from this particular point where I'm reporting from. I'll ask my camera person Tanveer to move towards that side and pan towards North Block and South Block. You can see that Rashtrapati Bhavan is very near to this particular place, but you can see that how the area has again been engulfed by the smog. Now we see that how under GRAP 2 recommendations, the sprinkling of roads, regulated use of DG sets, increase in parking so to discourage the private transport, deploying adequate security, traffic security personnel to ensure that traffic jams do not take place. These are the measures that are being recommended, but in the end, the air quality index in Delhi has gone to very severe category. And let's be on these visuals because people of Delhi NCR need to see that what kind of air they are breathing in. Now, this is the central Delhi area, which is
with us. We also have Akanksha joining us in the broadcast. She's joining us from Kalindi Kunj. What's the situation there? What is the AQI in that area?
Well, you see, Swati, every year, same story and nothing changes at all. People of the national capital grapple with two major issues. Firstly, air pollution, and also, as Mohit pointed out, the increasing AQI. Also, the water pollution. As you can see behind me, this is, in fact, you can see the thick layer of foam that is engulfed the river Yamuna. And even as I'm speaking here, I have redness in my eyes. I've been coughing, and people even cannot touch this water. And God forbids, if somebody drinks this or if this reaches their house, then they will get diseases. So this is a situation as far as the national capital is concerned, not just the increasing AQI, but also the water condition here. Let me go across and speak to the people of the national capital here. पानी भी गंदा है, हवा भी गंदा है. किस तरह देखते हैं जनता नेशनल कैपिटल की?
सर, मैं पहले आपके चैनल से मैं नमस्कार करना चाहता हूँ आपको पूरे टीम को. मैं यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि बिहारियों का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार आने वाला छठ, और दिल्ली का जो आबो हवा है और ये जमुना का पानी आप देख रहे हैं कितना गंदा है. इसमें लोग त्योहार कैसे मनाएंगे? ना साफ सफाई है और ना कुछ भी है. यहाँ के सरकार न इसको सफाई करना चाहती है. हर साल ऐसे ही पॉल्यूशन फैलता रहता है, और इतनी गंदगी आप देखिए, कितना देखने में बुरा लगता है. देश का एक धरोहर जमुना है जो हमारे शहर दिल्ली और नोएडा के नजदीक है. लेकिन मैं सरकार से यही दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि इसको कम से कम सफाई तो रखिए. इस पानी से इतनी गंदगी आती है, इतनी महक आती है जो शहर को पूरा.
Chhat Puja mentioned. I would like to mention, whenever Chhat happens, the government says that people cannot immerse the idol here. But what about the pollution that is here? Again, I would like to show you the visuals of the thick froth here that you can see, the foam here, and this is the situation of the national capital as far as the water
toxic air, toxic waste in the water. It's pollution all around. Ankit, what is the status of AQI?
It is terrible. It's very alarming. I have the number here, and this is the headline number. This is in Anand Vihar in Delhi. It's 675. These are numbers that are really beyond any categorization. 300 plus is meant to be the most hazardous category. That's the one for which they use this maroon color. It's double that. And you also see this breakup we have of the different particulate matter, and very alarmingly PM 2.5. This is the most dangerous. This is the one that can enter the lungs and get into the bloodstream, and you can see the trend very clearly. This is at night it is spiking. In the day, when it gets warmer because of the atmospheric conditions, it drops a little bit, but these are very, very alarming figures, both PM 2.5 and PM 10. Then you have ozone and NO2 and SO2 and carbon monoxide, which are also high, but it appears within manageable realms. Now let's just take a look at the map, and this is essentially Delhi, and you can see this is Anand Vihar, which we are talking about. There is a broad range. It essentially goes from, say, the high 100s, low 200s, let's say, up to all the way to 675. If we also just take a look at some of the satellite areas, in Gurugram, I can see a range roughly about 150. Where we are right now in Noida, it's above around the 190 mark. In Greater Noida, it's about 190. Ghaziabad, I can see a 237 there. And then in Faridabad, also about 236, actually a little lower than that. But it really does appear to be that there are pockets in Delhi where there is a lot of particulate matter gathering, especially at night when it gets cooler, and the heavier particulate matter moves down to the surface, the lighter air doesn't.
Absolutely.
So that's where it's at.
Areas
it's
in Delhi and the entire NCR, I would say, the National Capital Region is suffering because of air pollution. Stay on with us, Ankit, Akanksha and Mohit. There's politics happening as well on the issue. Stubble burning in the neighbouring states continues to remain a challenge, which contributes to worsening air pollution in Delhi and nearby regions. BJP has slammed Aam Aadmi Party, asking what measures are being taken to curb this pollution.
Another day, and yet again, Delhi is a gas chamber. AQI is crossing 300, 350 in many parts of Delhi. Punjab's Parali continues to burn unabated. No action has been taken there. Kejriwal used to say Punjab's Parali is #1 cause of pollution in Delhi. Now what has happened? What happened to the biodecomposer? Fact of the matter is that there are internal causes of pollution in Delhi. Road pollution, construction, dust, industrial pollution, biomass burning. On this, Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party have done nothing over the last 10 years. They only play blame game politics.
Akanksha continues to be with us on the broadcast. Akanksha, blame game continues. BJP says Aam Aadmi Party responsible. They're taking no measures in Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party says we are taking multiple measures, but look at what's happening in the neighbouring states and we have no control over Haryana. The BJP government should curb stubble burning there.
Well, absolutely. Now, blame game has, in fact, started over the pollution matter, with Aam Aadmi Party saying that the stubble burning in Punjab as well as Uttar Pradesh is responsible for the air pollution in the national capital, saying that the stubble burning has increased by 70% in fact, the neighbouring state of Haryana, and also it has increased by 23% in Uttar Pradesh is the data that Aam Aadmi Party has given, and they have said that it has reduced by 50% in the state of Punjab, where Aam Aadmi Party is in power. But on the other hand, Bharatiya Janata Party is asking tough questions to the Aam Aadmi Party. Firstly, on air pollution as to what they've done in the last few years, and secondly, on water pollution, saying that they have spent crores in the last few years. Then why they have not still cleaned the Yamuna River? Let me again show you the visuals to show you the depth of this situation, how bad the situation currently is. You can see the thick layer of froth foam here on the Yamuna River. Every year we see these visuals. Every year this happens, but nothing absolutely changes.
Nothing
blame
changes.
Game continues.
The political blame game also, in fact, remains the same. Akanksha and Mohit, stay on with us. Let's take a look at the restrictions that have been imposed. Now, GRAP 2 has been imposed. What does that mean? What are the restrictions? Let's take you through it. So, Stage 2 of GRAP has been imposed, and these are the restrictions. Diesel generators have been restricted. And what is recommended? Use public transport. That's the recommendation under the GRAP 2 stage. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the other restrictions. Construction activities have been restricted. The recommendation is travel via less congested routes. So there are some restrictions and some recommendations. Prevent open burning of waste. So first was about taking public transport. from not burning the waste in open, replace air filters of the vehicles. These are the recommendations as far as the restrictions are concerned. The restrictions are on the construction activities and also most importantly on diesel generators. So these are multiple measures under GRAP 2 that will help curb pollution. But the big question is, why have we arrived at this stage where we have to implement something like GRAP 2? Why didn't the government do anything so far? BJP says AAP is responsible, which is not acting. AAP says we have no control over the stubble burning in Haryana. They're of course not saying anything about Punjab. According to them, in Punjab, they've been able to bring down stubble burning. BJP, of course, hitting out at the Aam Aadmi Party. We have a reaction coming in from Pradeep Bhandari of the BJP.
देखिए, दिल्ली के अंदर पोल्यूशन जानलेवा स्थिति पर पहुंच चुका है। आप देख सकते हैं कि मेरी भी सेहत जो है पोल्यूशन के कारण थोड़ी खराब हो चुकी है। देखिए, आज बिना मास्क के आप दिल्ली में घूम नहीं सकते। आज स्थिति ये है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी पहले ये कहा करते थे कि अगर पंजाब में उनकी सरकार आ जाएगी तो पंजाब में और दिल्ली में उनकी सरकार होगी तो दिल्ली के अंदर एयर पोल्यूशन नहीं होगा। आज स्थिति ये है कि दिल्ली के अंदर एयर पोल्यूशन वेरी पुअर स्थिति पे पहुंच चुका है और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी इसके लिए जिम्मेदार पंजाब की सरकार को ना करने के बजाय जहां 65% स्टबल बर्निंग होती है उत्तर प्रदेश और हरियाणा को कर रहे हैं।
अगर हम मैक्सिमम AQI की बात करें तो वो 349 के पास जो है वो पहुंच गया है। लगभग 350 के आसपास का जो ओवरऑल प्रदूषण का आंकड़ा है कई जगहों पे दिल्ली में, वो पहुंचता हुआ नजर आ रहा है। यानी कि पुअर से वेरी पुअर कैटेगरी की तरफ जो प्रदूषण का स्तर है वो लगातार बढ़ता जा रहा है। दिल्ली में ठंड जो है वो अब दस्तक दे रही है और जब भी ठंड इस तरीके से बढ़ती है, जब दिवाली का मौसम आता है, तब प्रदूषण का स्तर इसी तरीके से बढ़ता जाता है। दो तस्वीरें आपको दिखाते हैं। ये इंडिया गेट है और देखिए यहाँ पर इंडिया गेट बामुश्किल यहाँ से 20 से 30 मीटर की दूरी पे है, लेकिन अभी भी देखिए आपको नजर आएगा यहाँ पर किस तरीके से धुंध की चादर जो है वो इंडिया गेट के चारों तरफ जो है वो आपको नजर आएगी। इसके पीछे सुभाष चंद्र बोस की जो मूर्ति है वो भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो धुंध की चादर में एकदम साफ नजर नहीं आएगी और पूरी तरीके से जो धुंध है वो यहाँ पर छाया हुआ आपको नजर आएगा। जो लोग आ रहे हैं उनमें से कई लोगों ने मास्क भी लगा के रखे हुए हैं। पीछे का कुछ भी हिस्सा जो है वो धुंध के कारण आपको दिखाई नहीं देगा। दूसरी तरफ अगर आप देखेंगे तो इस तरफ राष्ट्रपति भवन है, यहाँ पर भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो कुछ भी आपको सामने की तरफ नजर नहीं आएगा। अभी प्रदूषण होने से पहले यहाँ से क्लियर विजिबिलिटी हुआ करती थी, लोग आराम से सामने की तरफ देख पाते थे, लेकिन अब यहाँ पर आपको कुछ भी नजर नहीं आएगा।
Let's in fact go across to Mohit. The BJP, like we are saying, Mohit, is blaming the Aam Aadmi Party, saying Aam Aadmi Party keeps on pointing fingers at Haryana, but what about Punjab? The maximum stubble burning, BJP says, is happening in Punjab, where there is AAP government.
Well, Swati, the political parties are indulging in blame game, but I'll tell you that I've been reporting from this particular place and from Vijay Chowk from past 8 years. The situation on the onset of winters remains the same. That always there's a thick layer of smog that engulfs the whole area. We repeat from here. We continue doing lives from here. We see that how the blame game is done. We see how the stubble burning is blamed, while the Aam Aadmi Party says that it's from Haryana, the pollution is coming from Haryana. The BJP says that the Aam Aadmi Party is not able to prevent the pollution coming in from stubble burning from Punjab. But what exactly are the measures that have been taken for a long term? There is not a single measure, Swati, that is being taken for a long term by these political parties. And in the end, people of Delhi NCR are suffering. Every third to fourth person living in Delhi is suffering from some kind of respiratory ailment, which is very, very serious. Now, if we would have been in any other country, this particular AQI, when it reaches to 200 to 300, emergency measures are being taken. But what we do is we increase the parking charges. What we do is we regulate the use of DG set. What we do is that we sprinkle water on the roads. But why exactly you need to have these emergency steps? You need to have a proper plan in place. This is not for the first time that is happening. And in fact, the winters have not just arrived. In fact, the sun is shining bright. You can imagine that what exactly would be the situation in November. So we see that the BJP says that it's from the stubble burning from Punjab, which is at very high. The Aam Aadmi Party says that the stubble burning is continuously happening in Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. Right. But the questions will be asked from Aam Aadmi Party that why exactly, when it comes to Delhi, the major political, major pollutant over here is dust.
Mohit and Akanksha, thank you very much for getting us the details. Keep tracking all the developments.